bucks? Well, we're not going to get 10 million bucks, I don't think. But 3 times the total value of the decision on a cartel value. So that'd be another $500,000. So look, the Community Law Resource Group will be funded if we can pull this off. So we're working on it. And we're having fun doing it too, by the way. Hey? Look, no, it doesn't say, it doesn't say the greater of, it just says the less of, and 3 times the 167 would probably be all right.
Can a jury decide whether or not you
it won't?
Can a jury decide whether you get 10 million or not?
Ah, that's the good question, because it should probably go to a jury if the judge doesn't give it to us. Now, it was started on what is called an originating motion. Now, the rules say that an originating motion can be treated as a writ, which allows you to have a jury trial. And the judges can do all of these things. So tomorrow, maybe the day after tomorrow, because I want to make sure the appeal is right, and run it past my learned friend on the left here, because he's bloody good at putting input in this. And we'll get it right. We'll get into the Court of Appeal. We'll roll it up very nicely and stick it up the nose of the Australian Government Solicitor as a notice of appeal, and then 7 days after that we file it in the court. So it's an as-of-right situation in the time frame we're working on.
How many bags of smackos does Puppy get?
Oh, this puppy, no, he was only a $500 puppy, so he bloody probably...
I had the Peter Gardens paid for all this.
Yeah, well, I believe I will get my money back, so I'm not gringing and whistling. Or whinging and grizzling, if you really want to know what I mean. But anyway, the thing is that next time I will go in and talk myself, and I will explain why we haven't got a barrister, because they're useless bastards.
They haven't got the guts.
Well, no, look, they've got a conflict of interest. They can't argue that the Commonwealth has banned their industry and when it has. And this is their problem. They sort of can't sort of say, well, we're obsolete. We've got to compete on the Australian market with people who are just as good as us in making a legal argument. And that's what's getting them going. Now, a third of the profession in Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria have left the profession of lawyer because they can't stand the lies and cheating that are part of it. Wow. Now, what we want is some of those blokes to come back, or some of those blokes to be able to operate without a state certificate, and for the Commonwealth to issue a recall notice under the Trade Practices Act and carry out the implied warranty and tell the university, take the little bastards back and reteach them. Yes, there is. That's what David Wynne Miller claims to be, an international barrister. He's an interesting fellow, by the way. Just as an aside, he was in Hawaii, and he got elected the King of Hawaii because he was able to argue for the indigenous Hawaiians' rights to the islands of Hawaii. And when he was knocked back by the entire Supreme Court of the state of Hawaii, he got them sacked. So he claims that the pole or the wigwam stick or whatever it is that Indians carry around with scalps on it, he's got 4,000 judicial scalps on that pole, he says. That's what he claims. Now look, no way, I'm not going to call him a liar. He was defeated in a family law proceeding and decided to study law, and that's dangerous when blokes like him are forced to study law, because that's when things start to happen. And he's a very interesting chap in many ways. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's what, 4,000 of us now. Can you back for us?
Well, look,
Well, I used his argument in my last court case, and the first thing the judge said was, I do not understand.
Anyone would think that English being our mother tongue, we'd be right with it, but he tells us that every language in the world is actually mathematically is put together in a mathematical formula, and when you understand that mathematical formula, you can break any language down and anyone can understand any other language.